Oh boy. Oh boy. Damn, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. If you have a position right now, I'd be very, very careful. I'd be extremely careful. I do not have any position. I have small positions, very small positions relatively in my portfolio of Bitcoin, but this is not looking good, right? I mean, you don't need it. You don't need me to tell you. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. You don't need me to tell you that this is not looking good. Look at this line. This is not looking good, and we've broken past this imaginary line I drew earlier today. This is not good. Now let's talk about why this is happening. So let me first start by telling you, we're aware that this is a bear flag, right? This is a bear flag. It's a giant bear flag. We looked at it the other day. It's not good news. You see this is the bear flag, and it breaks down, right? In a terrible way, which is actually good because I want Bitcoin to go down. I want to see a $25,000 Bitcoin and $20,000. I've been telling you guys forever that if we cross the 50-week moving average here and we close below it as we have, it's likely that we go and test the 200-week moving average, which is all the way down here, this red line, and it's at about $21,000 right now. Absurd theory, I know, but I think it's feasible. I think that's what's going to happen. If we break below the 100-week moving average, which is this dark blue line, we are guaranteed to go down to the 200-week moving average. Now, nothing is determined for sure in crypto world, but some things are, I think, and this might be one of them. But let's talk about why Bitcoin is doing this right now. Now, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ also dumped the bed. That's unfortunate, kind of like Amber Heard. LOL. Okay, DXY. You guys remember what the DXY is, right? DXY is the dollar index. Now, what it's been doing is some absurd stuff. What happens is when the DXY, which is the US dollar, trades up like this, it's bad for Bitcoin. Why? Because people, like certain groups of investors, consider Bitcoin a hedge against inflation. And when inflation's being taken care of, the US dollar spikes, and that's what's happening right now. And we right now are contending a 5-year, I mean, since 2015, boy, okay, I mean, what is this, 2017? This is the we're trying to do some stuff we haven't done in 5 years. We're trying to break some resistance that's been around that's held strong for 5 years. Let me show this for you. I mean, like, you see it, you definitely see it. 1 second here. Like, it's all of this, right? All of this is giant resistance, and I mean, if we go for, like, now, I'm really excited because if we can break through here, it's going to be really good news. It's going to be really, really good news. That means that we can actually, I mean, really good news for me. I hope you're not holding, because if we can see DXY spike up like through that box, that means Bitcoin's coming down. And I just need one wick to get down to 20,000, and I can buy the share that I need to really turn that into a couple of $1 million because it'd be fun. I need the millions of dollars. I mean, I'm sure everyone does. But you see, this is what's happening. This is wild territory, right? Like, the DXY is really doing some unbelievable things. And this is the inverse correlation. When the DXY, the US dollar, goes up, Bitcoin goes down. It's just the deal. And that's what we're seeing happen right now. And I wonder what's going to happen. Is this going to hit the resistance here? Like, you can see that there's a resistance. Is it going to hit resistance and come down? If it does, you can expect Bitcoin to make that parabolic rise that it has in the past, right? But if it doesn't, don't expect, I mean, you know, if we do break through and go up and make an all-time new high, that's going to change a lot of things. Now, if we look back even further, we can see in 2002 it was much higher, right? Bitcoin wasn't around in 2002. So, like, I mean, it's been way higher at times previous, obviously. Now my chart's not going back much further than that for whatever reason. But you can see that we're also in a downtrend of sorts, right? Like, if you look at the macro trend, we're heading down. But let's see what happens. Like, if this turns into some kind of mountain like this, boy, Bitcoin's going to get clobbered, and I don't know how low it could go. But what I think is going to happen, I mean, this is irrelevant because I can't predict the future, unfortunately. But what I think is going to happen is Bitcoin is going to go, it's going to get rejected at this line again. somewhere around here in this box that I drew earlier. It's gonna get rejected somewhere in there, and it's I don't need the Fibonacci. Gotta get out of here, man. Damn it. What is this? What I think is gonna happen? What I think is gonna happen is somewhere in this box, it's gonna get rejected, right? And that rejection is gonna bring it down. And when it comes down, we're gonna see a spike in Bitcoin. But you might as well watch the DXY then instead of the Bitcoin charts right now. There's no point. And just watch to see what happens. Like, if that thing really hits, like, it's just gonna come down. Anyways, this is what I wanted to talk about today. Hold your positions. Be careful. We've broken below this trend line. It's the bear flag. I mean, we could most certainly, like, it's very possible that we come down and, depending on the DXY, have a wick that comes down to 20K and then bounce it back up. It's entirely possible. We'll have to wait and see. But I will chat with you guys tomorrow. Wait, you know what? Before we go, let's quickly see what the markets are doing. This was yesterday. Let's see what's up. Okay. Oh, Alphabet reports weak earnings. And oh, I see. Okay, this is not helping either. All this stuff, like all the earnings that are coming this year, it's going to cause troubles, for sure. Oh, okay. Microsoft earnings beat across. Oh, look, that's good. Okay, well, you know, let's see what the other guys say. This stuff will definitely derail a lot of things, but we'll have to wait and see. 9% of full-time employees, that's not good. Yeah. So anyways, this is about it. So futures look good right now. I wonder why. Let's see what tomorrow looks like. Futures is tomorrow's. Yeah, that's it. Let's talk again tomorrow, guys. Good night.